Om Sam Saraswati Namaha Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahmavidwaram Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahavidyam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnanapradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitarthaya Tattvabodho Bhidhiyate Atma Kaha Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha Pancha Koshati Tassan Avasthatraya Sakshi Satchidananda Swarupassan Yastishtati Sa Atma. So as I requested, if you can by heart this one thing, that will be the greatest gift you receive of this 10 days of your retreat. One thing. Just be it with you always. Keep on pondering on these thoughts. It may not make much sense now, but as we keep on meditating, pondering over these thoughts, slowly, we'll be really able to understand and recognize and realize the truth. So, we said that something can be pointed out in three ways. One, with neti prakara. Neti prakara, not this, by negation. Who is Rajiv? This is not Rajiv, that is not Rajiv, that is not Rajiv. Like that, when we negate other than Rajiv, then we find out Rajiv. That is known as the process of negation, atadvyavritti. The second way of pointing out a person is by some attributes which are not always there, but now it is there. Like Rajiv is the person who is wearing a blue shirt. It's not that Rajiv has to wear always blue shirt, but now he's wearing a blue shirt, so it's easy for us to recognize him. So with the help of something which will change, we recognize the truth that is known as Tatastha Lakshana. With the help of something, we understand something else. Now comes the third way of Swarupa Lakshana, the true nature. Last 2 days we were trying to understand the Atadvyavritti and Tatastha Lakshana of Atma. Now, Shastra, Bhagavan Acharya, Shankara is pointing out the Swarupa Lakshana of Atma. Actually who he is. Please understand, no word can point out Atma. Actually, because if you say something, this word itself is different from Atma. So how can you say that this is Atma? Please understand, they are all pointers. So, Satchidananda is not Atma. Sat, Chit, Ananda are three aspects we can meditate, by which we can reach there. When you say, this is Ernakulam Road is not Ernakulam. But if you walk through this path, you will reach Ernakulam. Sat, Chit, Ananda is not Atma. But meditation on this Sat Chit Ananda will lead us to Paramatma. So that's why now the next session, Bhagavan is explaining the Swarupa Lakshana of Atma. Page number 73. 73. Atma tarhikaha Satchidananda Swarupaha Atma tarhikaha Satchidananda Swarupaha. Tarhi, if so means if Atma is not Avasthatraya, if Atma is not Pancha Kosha, if Atma is not the Shariratraya, then who is this Atma? Tarhi, if Atma is not all this, then who is he? Uska Swarup kya hai? Tarhi, Atma kaha. If Atma is not all this, what you said, then who is he? Who in heaven is Atmi? Who is this Atma? So, the Shastra says, Acharya says, who is Atma? Satchidananda Swarupaha. Atma is of the nature of Sat Chit Ananda. Now, what do you mean by Satchidananda? Acharya is explaining Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Kim, page 74. Kalatrayepi Tishtati Iti Sat Sat Kim Kalatraye api Tishtati iti Sat. If Atma is Sat Chit Ananda, what do you mean by Sat? Sat means existence. The existence is of the nature of three. There are three types of existence we studied. One is known as Pratibhasika Sat. What do you mean by Pratibhasika Sat? A Sat which is there in illusory existence. It's known as illusory existence. Means when we are seeing the Swapna, when we are going through the experience of dreaming, at that time, whatever we are dreaming is true for us. Only when we wake up, then we understand that it was a dream. But at that time, it was true. It was experience. So there is an experience, there is an existence for even imaginary things. That is known as Pratibhasika. When we wake up, we understand, oh, that was a dream. What a beautiful dream I had. Or we see a snake. Oh my God. As long as we see the snake, snake is there. Then when we put the torch and then see the light, with the light we see, oh, it is just a rope. So, but as long as we are seeing the snake, it is there. That is known as Pratibhasikam, illusory existence. But existence at that time. Then comes the transactional existence. This world, please understand, Vedanta is not telling that there is no world or anything. Yes, there is a world. Now we are going to the next is about the study about the world. So there is a world, but this world we see that it is changing continuously. Sometimes we are not able to see that, but it is going on each and every moment. It is changing. It's changing its space, it's changing in time, it is changing in matter. So there is something which is changing continuously, but then we see that it exists. That is known as Vyavaharika Satta. What do you mean by that? Something which is changing and still we think that it exists. It's like a river. Suppose, a few days back we went to saw the river, and suppose we took a bath in that river. No? So this is Kartika, is just. So in the month, it's very auspicious to take bath in Gangaji. So in the first day of Kartika, we went and took a bath in Gangaji. And Purnima day also we took a bath in Gangaji. And again now Amavasya will come, we take a bath. So we think that every time we took bath in Gangaji, but actually the water we took bath in Gangaji on the first day of Kartik is gone. You cannot actually take that two dips in same water. It's all flowing. But it is continuously flowing, but then we feel that this is the same Ganga. Isn't it? So that's why that kind of existence, which is continuously changing, but still we feel that that is the same. That is known as transactional reality or Vyavaharika Sati. Now comes a different layer of level of existence known as Paramarthika Sat. The true existence. What do you mean by Paramarthika Sat? That's what Bhagavan is telling here. Sat Kim. What is that Paramarthika Sat? Atma is not a Pratibhasika Satya or Vyavaharika Satya. Everything in this universe is Pratibhasika or Vyavaharika. But what is that which is always there? What is the truth? What is the true existence? That's what Bhagavan is trying to telling us. Sat Kim. What do you mean by Sat? It is Kalatraye apitishtati. That which exists in all three periods of time. Which was there yesterday, which is there today, which will be there tomorrow. About nature, about the world, we cannot tell this. What we saw yesterday is not what we are seeing today. And we have no guarantee that it will be there tomorrow. Our body, our mind, our intellect, our feelings, our vision, our beliefs, everything changes. But there is someone who is not changing. That all changes. Your ideas change, your vision of life change. You feel that I am a brahmachari, I am a grihastha, I am a sannyas. Everything change. But there is somebody, there is some existence which knows the change. I'm awake, I'm dreaming, I'm sleeping, I slept well, I dreamt, I'm awake now. So there is one aspect which is not changing, that is known as Sat. That is the true existence. And that true existence is me. Atma, as I said, we should always, whenever we hear the word Atma, we should understand I, Aham. So, Koham, who am I? I am Sat. I am that truth which will exist always, which was there yesterday, which is there today, which will be there tomorrow. That absolute existence beyond any change. That existence which was there even before we took the birth, which is there now with this body, which will be there even after our body falls. That Sat, that absolute existence, free from all names and forms and conditions. That Sat is me, that Sat is Atma, that Sat is Brahman. So what is that Sat? Kalatraye apitishtati. In all the three periods of time, past, present, future, sleep, dreaming, and then waking state, there is one constant existence. That constant existence is Sat. What is that constant existence? What is that constant existence? There is a constant existence. There is Chit, Sat. Sat means constant existence. What is that? How is it expressing? How is this constant existence expressed by itself? The constant existence expressed as Chit, as consciousness. Think about ourselves. Think about, see, we are not awake, we are conscious of this world. When we were sleeping, when we are dreaming, we were conscious of that dream, we are conscious of that sleep. So there is a conscious principle which knows present, past, and future, which knows Jagrat, Swapna, and Sushupti, which remembers our childhood days, boyhood days, adulthood days. So there is one existence, that existence which expresses as consciousness, not as matter. Generally, when we use the word Sat, please pay attention, when we use word Sat, means existence, generally, we always say as matter. The flower exists. What we are trying to tell is this name and form exist. So when we say that Atma is Sat, not the same way. Atma is not existing as a matter. Atma is existing as Chit, as consciousness, as awareness. Not like a material existence. Why? Material existence will go away. It will get destroyed. So, what is the Atma Swarupa? He said, Sat. What is Sat? Kalatraya apitishtati. What is this? How can we know about this Sat? What is the expression of Sat? The expression of Sat is Chit. Chit kim jnana swarupaha. Chit kim jnana swarupaha. Oh, if it is Sat, what is this Sat you are talking about? Sat is Chit. Jnana Swarupaha, of the nature of absolute consciousness, absolute knowledge. Jnana Swarupaha. What do you mean by Jnana Swarupaha? See, there are two types of knowledge. Okay? The one is the knowledge about everything else. I know the flower, I know this, I know that. And there is a knowledge about I, myself. So there are two. When I say, I know Vedanta. When I say, I know Vedanta, that statement includes two types of knowledge. One is the knowledge of Vedanta, which is depending upon myself. Because if I am not there, what Vedanta? But the difference between the knowledge of I and the knowledge of Vedanta, there's a difference. What is the difference? The difference about the difference between the knowledge of minus and the world Vedanta is one can be negated, one can be destroyed, one can be removed. See, I know Vedanta. Maybe after some years, I may forget also. I know physics. But after some times, there's a possibility that I forget. But I is not changing. मैं हूं, इस पे कोई शंका नहीं है. There is no doubt. There is no, we will never forget that I am there. We may forget about everything else. So, this jnanam, which is said here as the nature of chit, is not the jnana of something else. It's known as swarupanubhuti. The knowledge that ahamasmi. What is the difference between ahamasmi, the knowledge of myself, and the knowledge of the world? For the knowledge of world, it is dependent upon many aspects. If I want to know this thing in this world, I need, of course, a thing should be there outside. And then I need eyes, I need light, I need mind, I need my, chitta. So many things are. The knowledge of the world is dependent upon many parameters. But the knowledge of self, I am there. इसके लिए और कोई proof नहीं चाहिए. Whether I am awake, whether I am sleeping, whether I am dreaming, all those places, I am there. Aham. That aham is not dependent upon any pramana. Because Shastra says, so I am there, is it so? Because I can see or because I can... No. The aham, that knowledge of self, is self-evident. It is not dependent upon any pramana. We may forget everything else, but we can never forget ourselves. Because why? Because the forgetfulness and remembrance are the nature of intellect. I am not even intellect. I am the one who even gives the light of consciousness to intellect. So this jnanam of when I say this chit, jnana swarupa, please understand, this chit knows both knowledge and ignorance. It is not like the knowledge of the world. The chit is something which knows the knowledge and ignorance. What do you mean by that? I say, I know English and I do not know French. So the knowledge of English and the ignorance of French, both I know. So who is this I? That I, which is beyond knowledge or ignorance, is the chit. That is my true nature. I am not some knowledge about, some informations about, some ideas about something. I am that absolute consciousness which knows existence and non-existence. The Buddha Siddhanta takes us to a point where they also do this neti prakara. Not this, not this, not this. And then they come to a point where shunyam. Bhagavan Buddha also says, sarvam shunyam shunyam. Actually, Vedanta starts from there. Vedanta asks this question, who is the one who is knowing the Shunyam? Yes, as you said, names and forms, they are all, they are all appearing and disappearing, so they are all not true. Yes. Okay, this is not true, this is not true, this is not true. And then they come to a conclusion that only Shunyata is there. Actually, Vedanta starts from there. Vedanta asks this question, yes, whatever you actually, but who is aware? Because Shunyata is also, you know Shunyata, isn't it? There is somebody who knows the existence of things and Shunyata of the things. See, there is no lion here. Is there? I don't think so. Okay. So, I know that there is a box here and there is no lion here. So, the existence and non-existence, both of them are known by me. That is known as Chit. When we say Jnana Swarupa, it is not the knowledge of something. It is the pure awareness of oneself. Aham asmi iti. What is this Jnana Swarupa? Not that Jnana of there is some Atma somewhere. No. Aham asmi. I am there. Aham asmi sadabhami. Kadachin naham apriya. Aham asmi. I am there. Sadabhami. In Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, each and every moment, I exist and I am present and I am aware of myself. That awareness is known as consciousness. That consciousness is said as Chit. See, when you write Jnana, what we think is Jnanam, whenever we hear the word Jnana, we always think about Jnanam of things. But Atma Jnana is not Jnana of somebody or something. Jnana is Jnana of the self. Chit kim Anand Jnana Swarupa. So that jnana, that awareness, that consciousness, which is continuously there, beyond time, beyond space, beyond matter. Desha, kala, vishayati vartiyad, brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Who is this Atma you are talking about? One who is beyond the space, desha, beyond kala, time, beyond the matter. That awareness, consciousness is Chit. That is me. Now the last point. Anandakaha Sukhaswarupaha Anandakaha Sukhaswarupaha. So who is this? What do you mean by Ananda? Ananda here, Acharya says Sukhaswarupa. See, as this is the first text of Vedanta, Bhagavan is using very, very words which can be understood by us very easily, because all of us know Sukha. All of us experience Sukha. You know? So, Sukham, what is Sukha? Sukha means what? Pleasures. What do you mean by Sukha? Says, Indriya Vishaya Samyoge Sati. When my Indriya and Vishaya are in contact, Anukulam Anubhavam. Indriya Vishaya Samyoge Sadi Anukulam Anubhavam Sukha. When my senses are and the objects are in contact, when there's a anukula anubhava, a feel, an experience which is, acceptable for us, that is known as sukha. That's why sometimes sukha, the same thing which gives sukha sometime, it gives dukkha later. Why? Now, early morning you are getting up, 5 o'clock. I know all of you get up 4:30 also, but at least 5 o'clock you are getting up and you are taking a bath in hot water. No? So now it's a little cold and taking a bath, a hot water bath is so refreshing. Think about mid-April, May, you are taking a hot water bath. So what was giving us sukha now becomes dukkha later. Why? Indriya Vishaya Samyoge Sati, whenever there is a something which is favorable, then only it becomes sukha. You like kheer very much. So the ashram decided to give you as much kheer you want. So they force you one cup of kheer, very good. Second cup of good, very good. Third one is okay. Fourth one. So if the kheer was sukha, the more and more kheer you have, you should become more and more happy. It doesn't happen. So although Bhagavan said here the word sukham, Bhagavan just wanted to show that what is sukha? Sukha is that which gives inner happiness to us. If so, what is this Atma? Atma is Sukha Swarupaha, not like the Sukha of the world. In the Sukha of the world, we need myself, my buddhi, my senses. It is dependent upon many, 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 many things. Then what is the Sukha of this Atma? The Sukha of Atma is Swatandram. Swaswarupa Sukham. Oh, Swamiji, how can you say that Atma is Sukha Swarupa? How can you say Atma is Sukha Swarupa? Atma can be Dukkha Swarupa also. Yeah. Vedanta try to understand what is Sukham. Okay. Darsana, Vedanta says that Sukham is that which we like. Can we say like that? Yada priyam tat sukha. Can we say? Whatever sukha means, that which we love. So, the sukha and love are related. Can we say like that? Yada priyam, that which is dear to us. Tat sukha. So that's why a person who may like, sweet very well, very much. But it is not that everybody should like sweet. So, yate priyam, whatever I like, that is sukha for me. A person loves rice, another person hates it. How can it be? If the sukha was actually on the thing, everybody should be able to enjoy it. It's not happening because the sukha is not actually dependent upon things. It is dependent upon our likes, priyam, our love. So, yata priyam tata sukham. Is it okay to accept that much? Yes. That's why, oh, my beloved, my lover, my beloved is so, I love, she's, so when you are with that person, you feel so good. As long as love is there, so long sukha is there. After some years, I don't want to say, but so after some years, what was sukha becomes dukkha. Oh my God, Pitona. Now I have to talk to him, talk to her. What is this? Something is sukha as long as you love it. The moment the love disappears, the same thing becomes bitter, uncomfortable, asukham. The statement in Upanishad says, na patyukamaya patipriyo bhavati, na bharyayaha kamaya bharya priya bhavati, na putrasya kamaya putra priyo bhavati, atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. You do not love your husband or wife or lover for her sake or his sake. Actually, you love things for your sake only. That's why whom you used to love so much, after some time it becomes. So as long as there is love, there is sukha. Now, when we think about this entire world, we see that the love keeps on changing. But there is one love which is constant. What is that love? The love for oneself. We may say, oh no, Swamiji, I love that person so much. I love that person even more than myself. These are all words and words only. That's why after some time, whom we used to think that I love that person more than myself, is no more interested. Because the real love, every one of us love ourselves. We are even ready to give up our body for the love of ourselves. Actually, there is only one thing we really love. That's our own self. And that love never changes. When we were young, old, when we are rich or poor, when we are sick or health, the love for one's nature, oneself never changes. Why? Because so that where there is love, there is no sukha. So when I say that I absolutely love myself, that means I am the Swarupa of absolute Ananda. But Swamiji, we never feel that. That is because of so many shades which are coming about the self. We think that we are body, we think that we are this, we are think that, because we wrongly identify ourselves with many things. That is the cause of suffering. The moment we can disidentify with everything of this world and start to feel oneself as Sat and Chit, there will be absolute Ananda in our life. That Ananda of Swarupa, which is Nitya, which is Akshara, which is Swatantra, which is Sarva Premaspada, which is of the absolute nature. That Swarupa Sukha is known as Ananda, not the Ananda or the Sukha of something else. Yogarato va, bhogarato va, sangarato va, sangavihinaha, yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati. In and through all experiences, a realized master is always in Ananda. Whatever may have been there is not there. Hey, nahi, up and down and good and bad and all that will be going on. That is the nature of the world. But ahamasmi, I am there. Sadabhami, always I experience. Kadachid nahamapriya. That existence Consciousness is bliss. Our true nature is not Sat and Chit and Ananda. No, Sat alone is Chit. Chit alone is Ananda. So Satchidananda is not three attributes of Atma. That is the nature of Atma. Who am I? Who are we? We are that boundless. There's absolute bliss, absolute existence, absolute consciousness, which shall never die, which will never perish, which will never get destroyed. That true existence, that is me. That awareness is Ananda. Evam Satchidananda Swarupam Swatmanam Vijaniyad. Evam Satchidananda Swarupam Swatmanam Vijaniyad. In this way, what is the purpose of our life, my dears? The purpose of life is to experience this. That I am not some, some worms which will be born and then, eat something, do some silly things and die. I am that absolute consciousness. I am not some emotion, some intellectual understanding or some material possessions or experiences. I am that which shall never perish, which will never die. I am that Ananda Rupa, Anandoham, Anandoham. I am that Ananda. I am that boundless, limitless, pure consciousness. And knowing this is the absolute, is the real purpose of human life. All other things can be experienced through any other body. Eating, mating, this all can be done through any other body. We don't need a human body for that. We can be a pig or a dog or anything. We can experience all of them better. Human life is for understanding I am not some worm. I am not some insignificant thing. I am that absolute consciousness which is free. That's the true freedom. That's the true Anand. Vijaniyat. Bhagavan is requesting us, please understand yourself. Oh my dear, Vijaniyat, please understand, please recognize that you are Swatmanam, your own true self is Satchidananda. Each one of us is truly the supreme existence, consciousness, bliss, absolute. There's nothing else. Nama, Rupa, there appears and disappears. But we are that absolute existence, consciousness, bliss. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.